This lesson will be on finding the area of a triangle. Now, we've always learned that in any triangle, the area of the triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. Alright, so if we would have a right triangle, let's say, that had these dimensions, the area would be 1/2, the base is 7, times 4 is 28, half of that is 14, and that would be 14 square units. Now, if we're talking about any type of triangle, so let's say we've got this triangle, let's say we know this angle is 29 degrees. I know this side's 5 and this side is 13. And I ask you to find the area of this triangle. Now, we do not know the base. The base would be this length right here. Okay, but from what we just learned with SOHCAHTOA, that base would be, using the 29-degree angle, would be the opposite side, with 5 being the hypotenuse. So basically the sine of 29 degrees would equal b over 5. So then multiplying both sides by 5 gets me b to be 5 times the sine of 29. Alright, so therefore, using the 1/2 base times height, my area would be 1/2. The base now is 13. The height is actually this b, 5 times the sine of 29. Now, this is always going to happen in any triangle if you are given two sides and the angle that's between them, or I'll refer to this as the included angle. If that's the case, it's basically 1/2 times the side times the side times the sine of that particular angle. And if we just put that in our calculator, we go 0.5 times 13 times 5 times the sine of 29. We would get an area of about 15.75 or 15.8 square units in this case. So, examples of finding the area of a triangle. Now, where does this come from? In any triangle, we could use 3 different forms of the triangle. So in this case, we have 1/2 AB, those would be the two sides, and then the sine of angle C, because angle C would be the angle between A and B. If you're using sides A and C, then you would have to know angle B, because that's the side in between there. So basically, to find the area of any triangle, you must have two sides and include angle. So for example, if I give you this triangle, and I give you these lengths, let's say this is side 7, this is 13, I would need to know this angle. And let's say this angle is 79 degrees. So then, I do have two sides that include angle. The area would simply be 1/2 7 times 13 times the sine of 79 degrees. I'm doing this on my calculator. I would get about 44.7, and that would be square units. If I give you this triangle, and I gave you these measurements, side 5, 11, and then 23 degrees, we would not be able to find the area of this triangle, because we don't have two sides and include angle. It's not a right triangle. You can't use Pythagorean theorem to find the third side. But if I would give you this one, let's say this side's 15. Now I've got two sides and the angle between them. So the area of this triangle will be 1/2. 11 times 15 times the sine of 23 degrees. And that would be about 49.4 square units. So a very simple formula for the area of a triangle that you can use anytime you've got two sides and the angle between them, or the included angle. Then it's just 1/2 times the side times the sine of that particular angle.